Hey there you guys, welcome back. Welcome to the front yard. Finally we're doing a front yard tour. We've seen the backyard a few times, but we really haven't touched on the front. It's looking really nice. As you can see behind me is the Japanese maple. It's looking really full, and might as well just get right to it. It's going to be shorter than the backyard tour, but still fun just the same. Anyway, come on. So here I'm standing on the road. We'll do a pan around of the yard. It's so small. There's the Linden Tree. This garden's finally starting to come into its own. We've got the beautiful geraniums, the cranesbills that are in there, and the variety of hostas. This one here is the whiskey sour, and then back there is the choo-choo train, and then over here is the last frost. And then we've put in some rocks. We've got, these are called Ruby Doro daylilies right here. And then we've got some ice plant, and we have some creeping thyme, and then a type of hens and chicks back here. It's really pretty, it's red, and then I put a little baby one inside this crevice with a little bit of soil. Hopefully it takes. Now over here we have another daylily, same thing, Ruby Doro. So these ones are going to bloom until frost when they start. They're an ever blooming. And then there's some more stuff growing along this rock. We've got another hens and chick and a sedum. And I have some lantana and stuff growing in there as well. And we pan across. The lawn is looking nice. And the Boxwoods really have a lot of new growth on them. They really look super. I don't like pruning them, but every July I end up trimming them just to get the frizz off. But yeah, they look really nice. And here is the Corkscrew Hazel. It's looking nice, but I had to trim off some of the stems because they weren't really growing. And hopefully it comes back and really performs well for the future. And then underneath, I forgot that I had these, but I had some alliums that I planted. Let's actually go around at a different angle. Got all kinds of the tulips that are finished that are starting to wilt, starting to go back into their bulb. I'll be removing these very soon. But here's the allium flower, really pretty. I love the allium leaf. It's a more compact leaf. We've got the lantana looking nice. I like planting the lantana as a tropical annual. More lantana. We've got this, I don't know what type of hens and chicks this is. Oddity, I think is what it's called. Hosta Hope with a pansy growing in between it. And pan across here. We have Hosta Tiny Tears. This is doing fantastic. I am in awe at this Hosta this year. It's so big. And then I got a new Hosta for the pot here. The Ginkgo Craig didn't come back very well. It was a terrible winter for it. What is this variety? This variety is called Rainbow's End. Looks really pretty. It's got a nice green hue to it, which I really enjoyed. We'll back up here and get this Japanese maple in frame. It's looking really super. The ornamental grass underneath is really starting to disappear. I'll need to trim some of the branches on the Japanese maple so that it allows a little bit more light down. But as you can see, a few years ago the grass was the focal point. Now the grass is an afterthought, but it's really nice with the red foliage here. And I don't know whether I showed you, but I'm trying to create another leader in this weeping Japanese maple to try to give it some height. So I took a bamboo pole and I've fixed it to a branch to try to give some height, and it looks like it's working. It's starting to give the height right here. So I'll keep you posted as to how that goes. And I'll also bring you in probably when I do some trimming on this plant. Again, the grasses underneath is really pretty. And underneath here we have a bunchberry. It's a type of dogwood back here. It's a ground cover dogwood. Unfortunately, the flowers are pretty well finished now. There's a little bloom right there. Really cute. I really like it. It's starting to spread nicely. Got more boxwoods and a tall phlox, a tall garden phlox. We've got our Miscanthus sinensis coming back much better this year than it did last. And then we have some sedums and another lantana right here. The lantana flowers are really, really pretty. If you've never grown them, I recommend giving them a shot. However, they do, if you grow them as a houseplant, they do tend to get a lot of thrip. So they're prone to them. So not nice inside, but outside they seem to be just fine. Got another bigger boxwood here. We've got the Alocasia portora. Not looking so great, but it will come into its own. This was just planted last weekend, I believe. And then we've got some hostas going on here. I don't know what variety this is, but I really like it. And this one down here is called June. Really like June. It's got a beautiful glow to it. And then back in the back we have a variegated lily of the valley. I just recently purchased another one of those from Lost Horizons. You'll see that. Maybe you've already seen it. I don't know when that video is going to get posted. And then over here I have a Bergman Ziya. This is a white trumpet flower. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I grew it from seed last year, and now it's outside, so hopefully it will come into its own and flower in the fall or late summer. And then here we have the spider lily. This bulb was gigantic this year. It was like the size of a softball, and the flower bud is it's going to be flowering probably sometime this week. The end of the week for sure. I'm almost positive, because the flowers are starting to push through the bud. And over here there's supposed to be some caladiums and a elephant ear, but it doesn't look like they're coming up just yet. Hopefully it's just because they're late. So I'll pan across the garden again, and I'll show you the planters. So here are the planters this year. They're mirror images of each other. In here we have the Lantana. There's two different types. There's the blue and the purple. And then we've got some calibrachoas. Always do calibrachoas. And then I've got some, I believe this is a Browalia. Supposedly this gets to be about 18 inches tall. So it likes more shade. So this one might not do well, but the other one will. And then we've got some Coffea. This Coffea is called a bat flower. Let me see if I can get one in here. Look at this little guy. Is it going to come into focus? Probably not. But the red is the ears, and then if you get up close, if it was to focus, you would see the face of the bat. It's really cute. And then I've got some German ivy down here to the side. This is going to really act like a thug and drape down the side. It'll also get bushy. And on the other side I have a Vinca major. These are really nice in hanging pots. In a lot of climates, if these are planted in the ground, they will survive the winter. But if they're in pots, they won't survive. And then to add height, we had the Canna Lilies in here last year, and as you can see, we've got Canna Lilies again this year. I saved the bulbs, or the tubers, or the rhizomes, or whatever you want to call them, and they're starting to grow now. So in time, these will have some height with the Canna Lilies, and hopefully these act as the height, just to level it down, to step it down, because the Canna Lilies can get quite tall. Are these Coffeas going to come into focus? Absolutely not. Why would they? So it's the same stuff in this one. I've got the verbena, and on the other side here is the other color verbena. I think they're both the same, the purple. And then over on this, by the garage, I've got another one. Just hold on a sec. So here's the last one. This one is actually looking the nicest, maybe because it gets a lot more full sun. I've got a salvia that's growing in the center, and then to add a little bit of height. And look at these beautiful verbenas. This is why I wanted to do them in the hanging baskets in the back. Look at how beautiful that is. And then with the pink over here, so pretty. And then mixed with the calibrachoas, and this Vinca major is looking really pretty. And I've also, like I said, I've got the German ivy, and in the back to add the height, we've got more Canna Lilies. These are all Pretoria, so they're going to have the green and yellow striped leaves. Really beautiful. Again, I saved these over winter. Really easy to save, and they multiply like crazy. So if you have grown them in the past and you haven't saved them, you might as well save yourself some money and just dig them up and grow them again next year. So anyway, happy growing everyone. I hope you enjoyed the front yard update. Lots of stuff happening. And if there's something that you want to know more about, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. Anyway, again, happy growing. You're saying, Bill, it can't be that easy. It totally is. Totally is that easy. Where's my blue mat when I need it? It's right underneath the table where it's supposed to be. I don't know why I'm not using it. I'm lazy.